A disturbing trend has emerged within the world of professional sports. High-tech, organized burglaries targeting the homes of athletes. These crimes, which have victimized high-profile figures like Travis Kelce, Luka Doncic, Joe Burrow, and others, are not random acts of theft. Instead, they represent a new level of criminal sophistication aimed at exploiting the visibility, wealth, and busy schedules of some of the world's most celebrated sports stars.
The burglary happened while the Bengals were playing the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. The video you're seeing here is from outside of his gated community.
I am now offering a $40K cash reward for any information or tips.
This is a fairly sophisticated operation that it's South American organized crime, they believe, that's doing deep-level surveillance and reconnaissance and really figuring out what exactly these athletes have, on top of the fact that they are public figures where their schedules are known.
What sets these burglaries apart from typical home invasions is the calculated precision and advanced tactics employed by the criminals. These aren't opportunistic smash-and-grab thieves, but well-organized groups that rely on a mix of technological savvy and strategic planning. The methods used reveal a chilling degree of preparation, making it clear that these burglaries are not mere crimes of opportunity, but carefully orchestrated operations. For burglars, athletes represent a perfect storm of opportunity. They live in luxury, often flaunt their wealth on social media, and have predictable schedules thanks to publicized games and travel itineraries. Criminals can easily find out when a player will be out of town by checking team schedules or even following their social media posts. Public records further simplify the process by revealing home addresses, which are often accessible with a few keystrokes. The case of Bobby Portis Jr. is emblematic of this troubling phenomenon. While Portis was away for a Milwaukee Bucks game on November 2nd, burglars broke into his home. Surveillance footage showed the intruders wearing masks and hazmat-style suits, not only to hide their identities, but also to avoid leaving DNA evidence. Such meticulous attention to detail highlights the high level of professionalism these criminal groups bring to their craft. In some cases, burglars used advanced surveillance techniques before committing their crimes. Hidden cameras in shrubbery, drones for aerial views, and disguised operatives posing as delivery drivers or maintenance workers have all been reported. These tactics allow criminals to map out home layouts, identify potential weak points, and time their heists with surgical precision. A key element in these operations is the ability to neutralize the security systems. Many of the targeted athletes have state-of-the-art alarm systems, high-definition cameras, and motion detectors. Yet criminals have found ways to jam Wi-Fi signals, disable alarms, and bypass security panels. In Portis's case, a power tool was used to remove a panel near his front door, a maneuver that bought the burglars enough time to steal valuables before leaving undetected. While the monetary losses are significant, the psychological toll on athletes and their families is even greater. For many, their homes are meant to be a sanctuary, a safe space away from the public eye. A burglary shatters this sense of security, leaving lasting emotional scars. The recent cluster of burglaries targeting athletes is notable not just for its frequency, but for the consistent level of sophistication displayed. These aren't random acts, but carefully planned operations that leave law enforcement agencies scratching their heads. In addition to Bobby Portis Jr. and Luka Doncic, other high-profile athletes have been targeted in recent months. Although there is no evidence to suggest these incidents are connected, they share several commonalities. The burglars operate with precision, often staying in the home for no more than 10 to 15 minutes. They avoid confrontation, choosing times when the house is unoccupied. Their targets are carefully selected. Their methods are clean and efficient, leaving little evidence behind. Law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, have taken notice. The the FBI has issued warnings to sports leagues about the uptick in targeted burglaries, noting that some incidents match the profiles of transnational criminal groups. These groups are known for their meticulous planning and high-tech methods, making them difficult to apprehend. In response to the growing threat, sports leagues like the NBA, NFL, and NHL have issued advisories to players, urging them to enhance their security measures. Teams are also taking steps to educate athletes on how to protect themselves. Some NFL teams hold annual meetings to discuss best practices for home security, while others offer resources to install advanced alarm systems. For athletes, the cost of security is high but necessary. Comprehensive systems that include high-resolution cameras, AI-driven monitoring, and even thermal imaging drones can run into the tens of thousands of dollars. Some players have gone a step further, hiring private security teams to guard their homes around the clock, a service that can cost upwards of $500,000 a year. Other measures include purchasing homes under trusts or LLCs to keep addresses out of public records, conducting background checks on household staff, and adopting an anonymous lifestyle to minimize exposure. These steps, while effective, represent a significant lifestyle adjustment for the athletes accustomed to living in the public eye. The wave of burglaries targeting professional athletes is a stark reminder of the hidden costs of fame and fortune. While sports stars enjoy a level of wealth and recognition that few can imagine, this visibility makes them uniquely vulnerable. As law enforcement and private security firms work to address the issue, athletes must take proactive steps to protect themselves. From investing in advanced security systems to adopting a more private lifestyle, these measures are essential in an age where fame often equates to exposure. For sports organizations, the responsibility extends beyond issuing warnings. Providing players with resources, education, and support can go a long way in mitigating the risks. In a world where technology continues to evolve, staying one step ahead of the criminals is a challenge that requires vigilance, adaptability, and commitment to safety. Ultimately, the recent spate of burglaries serves as a wake-up call, not just for athletes but for anyone living a life of visibility. In a world where personal information is easily accessible, security is no longer a luxury but a necessity. For professional athletes, the stakes couldn't be higher.